All right, bad influence. I'm back at it again. Let's see what we're doing today. Oh, today we have like all upper body, chest, try, a little back, and some bi. So, I like to get started with some foam rolling, but at this gym, there's no foam roller for me. So I'm just stretching. Ah, ah, It's like oof, like 30, 40 degrees outside. Kind of cold, so the warm up is gonna be a lot longer. Go into the sauna and probably warm up and stretch in there also. Yes, sir. Get this workout in. First day of the week, first Monday of the month. So let's get to it. All right, so I always start with the bar. You always start with the bar too?
Yeah, yeah. I've been working out for like 4 years.
Oh, for real?
First day drive.
God, wake up this morning still thinking I'm dreaming. She on my body, she feeding. Hands on her waist got me all in the deep end. But yeah, I'm shiesty and playing for keeps. If she back with a knock, she don't wanna not keep it. What a bro, we gon' fuck to the weekend. Say that you love without knowing the meaning. God, in a party I came with the paper.
Ready?
One, two, three.
Come on, push. Push.
Nope. I'm sliding on here too. Ooh, okay. 35. Yeah, I guess I'll warm up. 35. Let's try to get him on the mic.
What happened?
Oh, no, I'm gonna get you on the mic.
You just had to do it, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how heavy this is compared to the other gym.
Man, I can't even see how to put the mic now.
You just put like clip it right here.
Flip it
I
right
just
here.
clip it on
So
my.
I just don't want it to fall off. You know?
All right, warm up. You get a good stretch and a warm up.
It's so funny how even on the warm up, you'll still if you just add like 5 extra reps in there, it burns. What'd you do on this warm up?
I just did 10.
10.
All right, so he's a professional wrestler. I just met him today. He said this is his first day back in the gym. First day back in 4 years.
Yes. 4 years. It's the same thing when I had fractured my elbow and I stopped wrestling for like was it like 8 months?
Did you fracture your elbow wrestling?
Yes. I
What
did.
move?
I
You
gave
did it?
I gave
You
a drop
finger?
kick. I
You,
drop kicked the guy and I fell and the guy falls in my arm. The worst thing ever. Yeah.
crazy.
Cause it is what it is, man. You know, some guys it was I know it was a plan in his mind, and he knows it too. But you know, after a while, I just like let stuff like that go. Not a big deal.
Who's your favorite wrestler of all time?
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorite.
See,
Rey,
see,
Rey Mysterio was my favorite.
see how I didn't hesitate. Straight. That's the guy that got me watching wrestling. You know. So
Who's y'all's favorite wrestler?
struggle.
You could go up some more.
Me? No.
Let me try.
I think my triceps are already screaming.
I usually
Back in the day, yeah, I would have gone more, but excuse me. That's why I hate staying away from something for so long. Because when you come back, it's like it's a fight.
I don't even know if my form's good.
When
You gotta go back down.
when you
You gotta
start
go back
losing the
down.
form, you just go down. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's always like that, man. And like the same thing that I try to tell like younger guys when they work out. If you want to build your body, yeah, you have to push, of course, but you have to know when you're
You gotta know
losing.
your limits. Yep.
Yeah. But guys
That's a
don't want to
good.
know that.
That's why coaches are better than
Yeah.
you doing it yourself.
Yeah.
'Cause you might just keep pushing and he's gonna stop you.
Or if you have friends that, you know, they just also don't know what they're doing, they'll just push you.
I usually keep pushing my friends and they get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a coach.
The best, I'm not going to lie, right? The male bodybuilders, they know what works for their bodies, right? So they do their thing. And you notice at the time guys go, man, he's not having this full range of motion. But look at his body, though. You know,
It's working. It's working.
it's working. It doesn't matter whether he's doing that full range of motion as everybody else has told you. He has built himself to that point where now he knows where the squeeze is on the
Yeah.
muscle. Because I can do this, fully extend, and the squeeze is lighter than when I'm here. When I'm here, I can feel it tighter than here. So you need to test yourself when you're going with weight that's at least challenging the muscle group that is working. Just like the same thing, I can sit here and do flies, right? And the flies are not doing anything to my chest. I just keep going up in weight, and I'm not feeling the squeeze. I'm not really building it.
Everybody's body's different.
Yes, we may have the same muscle tissues, but you know, it's just everybody's range of motion as well is different too. You ever heard when the tall guy tells a short guy, "Hey, I know why you squat 600 pounds. It's because you don't have that much to go to." I'm like, man, come on, listen. You do have a point, but then at the same time, you really don't. Just because I'm short doesn't mean, you know. But if you look at it, most bodybuilders are short anyway. Now I think now the tall guys are coming out, and that's also because like some guys started way too young. You know, if you listen to some of these guys, their stories, you look at their family members, they're the shortest in their family. Like, yeah, you know
And then
why?
their fucking
Yeah.
brother's like 6'3".
But that's because you were sitting there doing heavy squats and you were still growing. So you just had a pause. I used to think that was a lie, right? And I did it.
Well, they said now they said it doesn't affect it, but I don't know.
I think it does. Oh, it did
To a
me.
certain extent, I'm pretty sure it does.
Because everybody else in my family is taller than me. And I'm like, why is that? Because they never worked out like that, you know? I did. And I had these chicken legs too, man. I used to go, man, I need to get my legs bigger. But I was doing the wrong things. I did football workouts. So in my mind, I was exploding every time going, because we don't know any better. We're just trying to get the heavyweight. And I noticed that my legs were not getting any bigger. I was getting stronger, but no legs.
How about your family? Do they have good leg genetics?
Yeah. It's now that the legs are starting to come in when a lot of fat just kicked in. I'm like, okay. Once I start getting lean again, I know everything is just going to go. But my goal is to make sure that I don't go under 200 pounds.
What are you now?
I'm at 210.
210?
210.
I'm trying.
So
trying to get
I
back to
keep dancing.
185.
So I'll go up to 220, and I would lose some fat. Weird. But that weight doesn't stay there too long, which I kind of feel like it's just water weight. But I know that I'm burning the fat though. So
Oh yeah.
have you also noticed like all these variations that everybody has like in workouts nowadays? They do all these different
Yeah.
exercises and go, yeah, we're doing something. And I go, do you know that bodybuilders back in the 70s did that basic
The basic
stuff and they look like that, which means the basic works. Why are you complicating things? It's just like the same thing with professional wrestling, right? The basics of professional wrestling works. Obviously, there's a reason why guys like Roman Reigns are still like the top guys and not guys like Ricochet, who does 15,000 flips. I probably know you don't know who those
Yeah, I
guys
don't know
are.
who that is.
But you know who Roman Reigns is, right?
Rolling what?
Roman Reigns.
Who's that?
But you know Dwayne Johnson, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
It's his cousin.
Oh, okay.
He's the number one guy in WWE right now. Technically, right now, if you tune in, you're gonna see a bunch of Samoans and Tongans.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
They're in there now.
It's a whole group of
Rikishi.
the bloodline. Yeah, Rikishi's kids are there now.
Oh, what?
3 of
That's
them.
crazy.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Are they as big as him, or they're like more fit?
The youngest one is not as big as him, but you can tell he has that same look,
Same
same build. Yeah, just in better shape, if I'll say it that way. Not to knock on Rikishi or anything, but think about it. Even with Rikishi's size, he was in better shape than I was. Well, than I am now. Let me put it that way. And you know, it's weird how you think like these guys are so big. Why are they in such good shape? People just think that when you're big, you're not in shape. Mark Henry was big.
World's strongest man. I didn't know
Right.
it was a real thing until
Yeah.
I got older. Like, yo, he really won a competition.
When this talking about an Olympian, man. If I'm correct, I think he was in the same Olympics with Kurt Angle. Right here in Atlanta.
Mm.
You know where I was? I was in Africa at that time. I didn't know who was who, what was what. The only names in wrestling I knew of were Hulk Hogan, and it was Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin. I didn't know who Steve Austin was. I had seen him, didn't know who he was. I knew who Hogan was because they showed him every Fridays, and The Undertaker. Those were the only guys I knew. I was scared of the whole Undertaker thing. You know, yeah, Kane. I didn't want to even watch videos of those guys at all. And then I came here and I saw this guy named Goldberg, and it just changed everything. Goldberg and Chavo Guerrero. So once I stopped watching WCW and I started watching WWE, I had to find the equivalent of those two guys. And the equivalent of those two guys, ironically, were Eddie Guerrero and Stone Cold Steve Austin. So those are like my 4, you know. To be honest, like if I met Rock right now, they'd be like, "Hey, Rock, how you doing?" and move on. Surprisingly, people think it wouldn't be like that. Yeah, it would. But if I met Steve Austin, it'd be, man, look, it's a different, you know, it's like meeting Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm not gonna be like I show speed though, going crazy like how he does, but you know, I'm with Speed on that, you know, and that's why I watch that kid, man. That kid is, people laugh at the stuff he does, but the eyes he generates and the way he does his YouTube.
He's a little annoying, but he's cool.
Yeah,
He's definitely
yeah.
cool.
I like the kid. Like I would love to do stuff with him.
He went to Cambodia. That's where my parents are from.
Okay.
And I think what was it? He got like 30. That's when he hit the 30 million or
Yeah,
50 million. There's some goal
I think
he
so.
had.
I even watched that whole
Crazy.
that stream where he was doing the backflips,
Yeah.
and I was like, look, I was rooting for him. I was like, but I just couldn't watch when he was going to sleep, man. I'm like, yo, you know what? I have to do something else. But he tries, you know, and he has a good heart too. A lot of people don't notice when he's actually streaming. Sometimes you would see him give stuff to people. I mean, how many other YouTubers do that just for the fun of giving? You know, it's not like he doesn't think about it; he just gives it. You know, he may ask the chat sometimes, clown around a little bit, but he'll still give. Other guys will want you to compete for something. That's not giving. My opinion anyway, but it's not giving. I feel like if you're going to give somebody because you feel like they need it, give them.
Yeah, it's like giving a homeless person money or
Yeah,
making them do fucking push-ups for
yeah.
$20. I
Do
think that's
push
what
ups.
Meek
Yeah,
Mills did.
yeah. Do push ups, and then I'll give you this. No, don't do that. If you see the guy, you feel like you want to help, give it out, and he does that. I mean, I remember one time some kid was literally begging for like a PlayStation. And he was like, "Oh, but you live in a good house. You live in a good house." And he's like, "You have money. Don't lie." And the kid kept, I genuinely believe the kid wasn't lying, and so he ended up helping the kid out. He didn't have to, but he did. You know, things like that, man.
All right, I'm logging off. I will drop his IG down in the descriptions. My phone about to die. My lips is chapped. All right, so I gotta make this quick. I got 3% left on my battery. It was cool meeting a wrestler, the Rock of Africa. Got a good little workout in. I should have did more, but it's okay. Coming back from a deload. Please like and subscribe. No, don't just like and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna drop another video after this, so you guys will get 3 videos back to back. Enjoy. Peace.